Hey guys, Harry Redknapp on the show today. That's exciting.
Really?
That's great.
Yeah,
Big H?
because he was so good on Soccer and Money.
I love Harry Redknapp.
Legend.
Yeah,
Whenever we'd cross with Cammy and he'd be sitting there, he'd always have a racing post. It was his assistant.
he used to give us the tips, didn't he?
Jim.
Jim.
Jim
yeah.
Smith?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, let's start the show. We'll speak to him in a minute.
This episode is proudly sponsored by BP Me Rewards.
Welcome to the world's #1 podcast, Soccer A to Z. You can join in, guys. You know the thing. We are the people's podcast. We are saving. Join in. We are saving football 1 week at a time, whilst helping society. Yes, we are working our way through the alphabet, as we all know, comprehensively discussing everything there is to know about football. This week, our letter is I. Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We've got.
again.
I'm going to use this.
J.
Really?
No, it is I. I'm going to use this word that's overused now, this expression. But we have the OG lineup today, the original gangsters. Let's do the roll call. Helen.
Hello.
Hi, Helen.
Robbie.
Hello.
Hi, Robbie.
Joe.
Hi, Robbie.
Hello.
Joel.
Hi, Joel.
Tubes is back.
Hello,
Hello,
guys.
Peter.
Welcome back. You missed a good show last week. We had Neil was sitting in your seat. He was
Neil, yeah.
We had Kelly Cates on the show. She's great. Do you know what? After the show, I was walking down the high street and I bumped into Kelly Cates and she said, "Leave me alone or I'll call the police." No, she said she loved doing the show. Thank you very much. She enjoyed being on the podcast.
Well, you
So there
bumped
go.
into her.
Yeah, we should have got her in the studio,
Yeah.
shouldn't we, if she was outside on the road.
No, this was a day later.
Oh.
Kelly, and she was like,
She's running away.
She was running. So you went to Abu Dhabi.
I did went to Abu Dhabi.
Did you watch the Flintstones?
I did.
Good.
I actually met the Flintstones.
It's good.
Yeah, really good people.
What was it like there? Was it a holiday or were you
It was a holiday.
golfing?
It was a holiday, which I absolutely loved. Myself and Amy, and the little one, which was amazing. And then we're actually going back out to Dubai for the golf.
They don't have the Flintstones in Dubai.
They
Remember
don't,
that?
only in Abu Dhabi.
Are you feeling rejuvenated, reinvigorated?
Absolutely, Shepro. Brilliant country. Really, really enjoyed it. Loads to do, and yes, double decent.
Double decent. It's double decent. As I follow you on social media, Mr. Tubes, I saw that you had gone to the theatre this week. What had you gone to see?
So I love Ireland and I love Irish people and I love Irish dance. So I've seen the River Dance 4 times, I think.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, honestly, I think it's one of the best things ever when they're all just in sync doing their thing on stage. I think it's absolutely amazing. However, Amy booked tickets to Lord of the Dance, which is different to River Dance. And Lord of the Dance was amazing, but not enough of the Irish dancing I love that's in the River Dance. So it was brilliant, but no River Dance for me.
What is Lord of the Dance
It's
then?
more of a show, Helen.
What's River Dance?
Okay.
River Dance is just literally Irish dance. And they're all just below tap
Can I
dance.
tell you
It's the best thing
funny
ever.
story.
River Dance is the nuts.
I once went. I love
it.
I once went skiing and I went to a Club Med with all my mates, and there's like, I don't know, 15 of us. We were all going out snowboarding, and they had like this little theatre, and the what do you call the people who work in holiday reps?
Yeah.
They were putting on a show every night, and it is it's in the top 10 funniest moments ever. Is the holiday reps in Club Med decided to put on River Dance. It's quite a hard thing to pull off, isn't it?
Yeah,
the dancing.
Yeah, honestly, really quick.
So you've got.
He's gone.
He likes it.
So you've got all these like holiday reps.
What? All out of
They're
sync.
trying to they're trying to pull off that dance, the river dance. Oh, honestly, we were sitting there. We had tears rolling down our arm. It was one of the greatest things, you know. That's why I love dancing. That's why I think that might have inspired the dance off actually, because just watching people dance is funny, isn't it? Especially if it's good or bad. It's just brilliant.
These
So,
dances
Tim-
in the River Dance,
Yeah.
and Lord of the Dance, off the scale. Sorry, Helen.
Can I ask Was it supposed to be funny?
No, they, they were doing it. They were trying to pull up like river dance. These people who do river dance have been learning it since they were 5. These are holiday reps who just turned up and decided to take on the river
Blowing out
dance.
their oar.
Wow.
They only did one song, in fairness,
Yeah.
but they were all doing it. The main guy fancied himself a bit as a river dancer, so there you go.
Did they have like proper tap shoes on and all that, or were they
No.
doing a pair of docks or something?
Do you know what? I can't remember that, but they did. They had the Irish costume on. It was just brilliant. What's happening on Chamberlains Farm, Helen?
Oh, right. Well, it's not very nice this week on the small holding. I had to dispatch 2 cockerels. It's never very nice having to do that. They were poorly. They had mycoplasma. I've got the medication. They didn't respond to it. So I had
what's
to...
mycoplasma?
What's dispatch?
Use your
Do
imagination.
my one first.
Yeah. Mycoplasma is like a really bad cold in chickens, and their
runny
faces, they do get a runny beak, and it smells as well. I can smell it when they've got mycoplasma. And I tried draining the cockerels' faces to help them out, and it can congeal, and it goes like yellow cottage cheese, and you can...
Tubes,
you
got to stop laughing, or we'll get Peter onto Peter here. You know.
It comes out of their eyes and their
Okay,
noses.
Helen. Okay, we don't
and
need
their
any more.
beaks.
That's it.
So
Okay.
yeah, I had to dispatch, which is just not very
How'd
nice.
you do that?
With my dispatcher.
What's that?
It's a wall-mounted contraption that you put their necks in, and it breaks the
Oh.
spinal cord immediately.
I tell you what, this animal prison is horrific.
Yeah.
It is horrific.
Yeah, animal
I
death
had
penalty.
to put them out of their misery. Usually they respond well to the medication. They have 5 days of it, and they got worse and worse and worse. And you get to the stage where you feel so sorry for them that you have to do it.
When you took over looking after, when you created your animal prison, I assume you did it initially because you care and love animals. When was it you realised you had to dispatch them as well out of kindness? Because that must be quite a horrific thing when you had to first do it, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it is, and I didn't have the dispatcher. So
Can you stop saying dispatcher, please? I don't like it.
So then you have to use the broomstick method, which is where you put a broomstick you lie them on the floor and you put the broomstick at the back of their neck, and then you pull up sharply, because it's all about breaking the spinal cord instantly.
Right.
Helen,
Can I-
have you ever tried to?
Really?
You know, you've got cockerels, right? Well, you
Yeah.
did have. When you get new ones, have you ever tried to recreate the Tottenham badge and get one to stand on a football? And get
Yeah, why don't you do that for next week's podcast? See if you can recreate
it's a basketball, isn't it? Actually,
Yeah, it does look like a basketball.
Can I give a bit of feedback? I think we like the stories where you rescue animals more than the ones where you kill them.
I'm so glad I'm back.
Speaking of which, Robbie, you're here. You're an influencer.
Yeah.
Blooming hard work being an influencer.
Yeah, yeah.
Where have you been in the world this week?
Just dispatching chickens mostly. No, I went to. I helped out at the Scout bonfire night.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
Did you?
so I got invited along to help out last time, and I tend not to help out much with stuff,
Right.
Because I don't really know when I'm around. I don't want to let people down.
Mm-hmm.
But last year I got invited along, and I didn't. My job was counting fireworks. So, like, if they've got like a 20 sort of thing, I'd count how many things there were, so
Right.
that you know if it's not gone off properly.
You went a bit too early on the. We're recording this on Tuesday. The people are listening to this on a Wednesday.
Okay.
It's the 5th today. So you went a bit earlier the weekend.
Yeah, it wasn't up to me.
Oh, okay.
I just do when I'm go when I'm told. But this year, I got promoted to lighting some fireworks.
Never go back. Never go back to a lighted firework.
Wow.
It is
No.
firework.
Lighted?
Were you a bit scared?
I was a little bit scared actually, because first of all I had a stick with fire on it, and that
Yeah.
was fine.
Yeah.
But then the stick ran out, and I had a lighter, and the fuse isn't that long, and I'm not very good at lighters because I've never smoked. And
Did you have one of those cooker lighter things?
No, I had just a normal.
What, like a Zippo?
Yeah, but not as posh as that. Yeah.
Joe, what have you been up to?
Wow.
I've been working a lot this week. I've been reveling in the glories of the early rounds of the FA Cup.
The
first round
magic of
proper.
the FA Cup.
Yes.
Magic. A lot of tinfoil cup.
Oh, I was about to say, how many tinfoil cups did you get to see?
Loads
Yes.
of Aco foil
Proper.
from the country, yeah.
Good.
Well, you know your Shakespearean rant about the FA Cup a couple of weeks ago, Hels? It's true.
Yeah.
It's brilliant, the early rounds of the Cup.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, you
Magic.
see it all
Magic.
sorts. It's like the referee lets so much go. You just get 22 blokes just kicking each other up in the air. Everyone knows the rules of engagement. It's like,
Wonderful.
get on
Yeah.
with it, lads. And there's one game. Who was it? Hednesford Town against Gainsborough Trinity.
Gainsborough.
Brilliant. 3-0 down they were, Gainsborough. Dead and buried. Came back, pulled it back to 3-3, extra time, pitch invasion, the lot.
Is it like Istanbul all over again?
It was fairly. There was some scenery there, yeah, absolute scenery. And so anyway, they pulled it back to 3-3, extra time, cleared him off the pitch, went 4-3 down,
Yeah.
pulled it back to 4-4. You should have seen the third equaliser, by
Yeah.
the way. Absolute roost of us,
Yeah.
right? And then so they all piled on the pitch, penalty shootout because they don't do replays anymore now. I think there was
right.
something like 3-1 down in the shootout. Pulled it back. About 16 of them had a go, taking pens, and they won it. Amazing.
Oh, eh?
Had it all
Magic
then,
pick
didn't
up
it? Had it
A
all.
lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Blockbuster.
I've not been up to much. Thank you for asking me. I've just been doing Sunday brunch.
Bob
which is,
Mortimer, though.
Bob Mortimer, yeah, Bob Mortimer. What an absolute total legend.
Sunday brunch.
Sunday brunch. It's a show on Sunday. It's got celebrities and bands.
Oh, right.
Cooking and
stuff
stuff.
like that. You should try it. But
Done it for
Bob,
like 10 years.
Bob Mortimer was there, and in the morning I went up to him and said, "Bob, how you doing? I'm doing a podcast with all the guys again like that." And he goes, "That's brilliant, well done like that." And I said, "How's football's changed, right?" I was talking about it, and I said, it's not about winning or losing. It's about supporting something, Bob. That's what I've realised. And he said, he said to me, "No, I still get really upset when Borough lose," and he put me in my place. Yeah, no, I can't shake that off. How are Borough doing this season? Are they all right?
Michael Carrick's still the manager, isn't he?
I think they're up there, aren't they?
I think
I saw him play the
so.
other
Yeah,
day.
I think
I saw him play Norwich.
Yeah.
We should know this. We're a
Yeah.
football podcast.
No, we should do. Have you seen his fishing programme?
Yeah, I love
love
it.
it.
Oh,
I love
so
it.
Good.
Yeah, him and White.
Borough are 11th,
11.
by the way. Borough are 11th in the table.
It is our monthly appraisal time this week, guys. So,
Is it?
yeah, first of all, we'd like to thank our listeners. The podcast is doing really well. We're honoured. People are listening to us. Thank you very, very much indeed. Are we?
I thought you meant you were going to call us into your office one by one and tell us how we're doing.
Tubes, you're taking too much time off. No holidays in the football season, please. Joe, you're great. You're funny.
There you go,
you're
lads.
great.
Oh, there you go.
But you're not putting enough work into your letters of the alphabet.
I won F.
What?
I won F.
One
Yeah.
F.
2 weeks ago.
Robbie, too much influencing going on.
Oh,
you know.
I can't help it. It's in my blood.
That's what he does.
Comes
Oh,
out of the
here we
voice, doesn't it,
go.
influence?
Helen,
Go on.
No, farm news is the best, but I ease off on the killing bit. Actually,
It's not
Just
the feel-good story
dispatch.
rather.
yeah, we're looking. For
How would you
feel-good.
rate your performance?
Oh, rubbish at the moment. I haven't won a single episode yet. But today,
Oh, really?
the
You
eyes.
think it's going to
I'm
change?
telling
yeah?
you, I am telling you, I've got something special for you. We've got some people have written in. We got, do you know what? We got hundreds of these, maybe even thousands. Shall I say thousands? Sounds
Millions?
bigger. Maybe millions.
Wow.
Maybe millions of people. Chop says class needs to be kept going after Z or Z. I'm not sure about that. 26. That's and then we're out. Peter Campbell, Laugh Out Loud podcast. The chemistry never fades, like a set of friends having a beer. Brackets, not tubes. There you go. He's thinking about you, Tubes. So
Thank
anyone who's
you.
just joined in, Tubes
Thank you.
doesn't do the alcohol. Craig said Sheephead might be the funniest man alive, and loves seeing you guys reminisce about the glory days. You're the funniest man alive,
said that?
Sheephead. Craig says you're the.
Love Craig.
Yeah, that's a lot to live
He
up to.
doesn't
isn't
say
it?
these things lightly, Craig, either, you know.
No, exactly. Funniest man alive we've got on the podcast. Greg Norrie said, podcast's been brilliant so far. Get this show back on TV. I don't think it would work very well with us just sitting around this grass table, would it?
We've become very lazy. We don't like to move.
And Stefano Bagliella.
What a fantastic name.
Battiella. Because it's a
Battaglia?
no, because you wouldn't. It's a G, and in Italian, it's a more of a noise.
Battaglia.
Battaglia. Do you say that Battaglia?
Have a
Stefano.
look.
Stefano.
Yeah, Stefano Battaglia.
Battaglia. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't do the G. Oh, you amateur. Just a quick note to give. I love this though. Just a quick note to give you all flowers for a wonderful pod. Isn't that nice? It's given us flowers, virtual
Okay.
flowers.
Flowers.
I first arrived in London from South Africa in in 2001, but didn't follow the show then as I couldn't afford a Sky subscription. Now I listen to the pod religiously from Milan, Italy.
Oh, Milano.
Bellissimo. I don't always share the nostalgia when you reminisce about the old days at Sky, but I have a good laugh anyway. Keep the comedy coming. You make my week. Well, we can't stop it because we have
That's really nice.
the funniest man alive
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Oh, no.
Does that make you feel really nice when someone says
No,
that, doesn't it?
makes me feel a bit scared, really.
Yeah,
Really?
Go on. Hey, let's
I've
do
got
it.
to live up to it.
Come on, make us laugh.
Good
Come
one,
on,
mate.
make us
Yeah,
laugh.
Say
Come on.
something funny.
Come on,
Yeah.
say, go on, do it.
Oh, his face! That was
He's
great.
been in the same room.
Yeah.
He is funny
The
though.
goat.
If we're going to get virtual flowers, why didn't he just send us a virtual £1 million?
Oh, that'd be good.
Surely
Good shout.
surely that's better, isn't it?
Yes. Why don't we start doing
I
that?
think it's the virtual thought that counts.
If anyone wants to send us virtual money, send virtual money. Yeah, we like that. Lots of questions coming in from our readers. Wes Borrow says, have any of you kept any memorabilia from the Soccer M set? And if so, where is it? Helen must have stolen some set in her time. Who's got the bloody fox? Who's got the fox? Have you got the fox?
Yeah, I've got the fox.
Have
Yeah,
you?
I have. I was given the fox. It wasn't very long ago. Bobby Chahal still works at Sky, and he heard that they were clearing down a container. And he said, "Oh, can we have a little while to look through it?" And they went, "No, it's all going to go." So he ran in and grabbed the fox, and then said to me, "Look, I think you should take care of it." And it was actually one of my eyes was, "Is it a fox?" Today.
Has it got the Bantam's hat on it still?
It's out there. Do you want me to go and get it? I mean, it has. I know.
You don't keep it near your chickens, do you?
How long would it take? How long would it? See, he's the funniest man alive. He's done it again.
so
He's
funny.
only done it again.
The fox is the least of the chicken's problems with Helen around.
She's got a broomstick.
Yeah. You wizard foxes at you.
The dispatch.
What's that thing on the wall? Fox can put it there.
Helen the Dispatcher Chamberlain.
Helen walks out with a hood on, and all the chickens are like, ah! Here she comes. She's got the hood on, guys. How long would it take you to get the fox?
About 20 seconds.
Go on then. I'll tell everybody else.
We'll
what
fill.
We'll fill. So Peter Davis says, "What is the best ever football documentary?" Don't answer that now because we're going to answer this on
easy.
Friday. I've got that as well. Don't answer it. We'll answer it on Friday. If you tune in on Friday, we will tell you exactly what it is. We've got some eyes from our listeners. I'll tell you these whilst Helen's going to get it. Kitch says indirect free kicks. What's the point? Do they ever award indirect free
Yeah, I've
kicks
seen a
anymore?
few
Offside.
recently. Yeah.
It's offside and indirect free kick.
It is.
You can't
Can't
score from an indirect free kick. Bainbridge says Italian defenders. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, Catenaccio.
Maldini's the one, isn't it? And Liam Decan says It's a Miracle. And we did love It's a Miracle because we did that on our... Oh, here it comes.
Is
the
it the
fox.
fox?
Is it a fox?
God, he's
Is it a
massive,
fox?
isn't it?
That
He's
is-
he's looking
class
well.
age.
Oh,
It is
That is
looking good.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
He's
so
not
you're-
aged a day.
You're gonna have to tune in to our socials. We'll definitely put this up on socials.
Get on YouTube and watch it.
Or YouTube, and you can see this. But yeah, if you just want to see the clip, we'll put it on socials. But that
Look
is
at
that is
that.
the fox. Did we name it ever?
Um,
There you go.
That's actually pretty. That brings back
nice,
some mad
yeah.
memories.
I forgot about the fox.
that is mental,
So
isn't it?
if you don't want to look at it, it's a fox in a glass case wearing a Bantam's hat, which is the colours are gold and burgundy. Is that? Do we
Yeah,
think it's
Bradford
burgundy?
City.
Bradford
It has a
City
badge on
colours,
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
there's
Wow.
Bradford
And it's got a
City,
badge,
Yeah.
but it's one of those hats with the horns, so it's like that. It's a stuffed fox basically, but it's
Got a
not a
bit of
toy
a
one. It's a genuine stuffed fox.
What's the
so.
story behind it?
Andy Gray. Was it Andy Gray? When
I
the
dunno.
fox ran
No.
on a pitch, Helen will remember, at a football match.
Yeah.
He said it. Oh, it's a fox or
He
something.
said, is it a fox? And we did it over and over and over again. And then someone sent in the fox in. We were supporting Bradford at the time. Why were we supporting Bradford? Mighty Bantams. I don't know. We were just saying that a lot at the time. And then suddenly the fox arrived like that. I don't know why we got one in, but we did. I don't remember anything we did. I do remember. It's fantastic, by the way, Helen. Well
really
done.
good.
Good fox.
I do remember why we did It's a Miracle, though, and I'm very proud of that item we
Yeah.
did from the show, because if a player went down and then the play carried on. Do you remember?
Yeah,
They'd
they're-
go down,
yeah,
hold
yeah,
their ace
yeah.
or their leg injured, and then suddenly they'd get up and they'd run,
Yeah.
and they go and we would go, it's a miracle.
Lord, it's a
It's a
miracle.
Yeah.
miracle.
Lord,
Yeah, it's a miracle. And I thought that was really good because you've
So
got to
good.
take the mickey out of those idiots who try and
100%.
simulate stuff. Have
The
you got
dark
any,
arts.
Have you got any eyes from our listeners, Helen?
Yeah, I have, and I can't quite believe that I'm saying this again, but Fines is back for his hat trick. So his G was Glenn Hoddle,
Yeah.
and then his H was also Glenn
Hoddle.
Hoddle,
Yeah, that was good.
and he's put his I in for this week, which is iconic footballers. For example, Glenn Hoddle.
He's gonna crowbar him in.
Yes, that's great. What's he going to go?
So I don't know who
Jake,
needs to be
Jake.
more scared of Fines, whether it's us or Glenn Hoddle.
I thought you were
But
going to
he's-
say
he's-
Glenn Hoddle's middle name begins with I, like Ian. or something.
Isaac.
Isaac.
Yeah, maybe. Ant BFC 1310 says injury time winners.
Oh,
that's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
What-
mean, especially Monday Night Football we've
Harry
just
Wilson.
had.
Yeah. Harry Wilson.
SPH 1892. I didn't see it.
Oh, every manager's excuse, that isn't it? I didn't see
Yeah.
it.
Selective
man-
blindness.
Do you think Sir Alex Ferguson should have copyrighted? Oh no, it's Wenger.
No,
It's
it's
Wenger,
Wenger,
wasn't it?
it's
Wenger,
Arsenal.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wenger, yeah. Wenger
did
should
not
have
see it.
copyrighted it. Yeah.
DWS Winfen says, is it Muzzy? Not is it a fox?
I loved it when Muzzy as it came on our show.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember it.
Because he was so honest. He went, I'm just really bored since. Do you remember? He was sitting there going,
Yeah.
what have you done since you
Retired.
retired? He goes, nothing. And we're like, he just kept saying, I'm just bored. I want to play football. I'm bored. I thought it was a really honest interview with him.
He actually worked with
was.
us for a bit. We actually gave him a gig going around people's houses giving away prizes. Do you remember that, Helen? When we employed Muzzy Is It for about 3 or 4 weeks because he was that
Do
bored.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was brilliant.
Did he go to Raoul Fox's restaurant?
I remember that restaurant.
This is the
It was in Ipswich, wasn't it?
yeah.
Well, yeah, when it was the most footballer comment ever when he was giving us a tour of it. He goes, "This is the second dining room, to be fair."
Raoul Fox.
I love it when they get a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Because then everyone has to use it. Yeah.
IG 1808 says we have to mention Istanbul and, of course, the greatest Champions League final of
Yeah,
all time.
Definitely.
I got that. I went to that.
Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't leave early, did you?
No.
Cool.
Watched it all.
Any good?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, it was. And then I was with John Scales and Neil. And then afterwards, that's when Neil went. We were all discussing the game in the sort of after show area like that. I looked round and Neil was on a PlayStation rapping in some kind of Def Jam computer game where everyone was just talking about the best football game ever. And he was just on his own, just rapping to some
I was
Run
at,
DMC.
I was at an Oasis gig with Fenners.
I remember, yeah,
And we went and they put the game on before the gig, so
Yeah.
that was they put it on a big screen, and then as soon as Liverpool won, Noel went, "Get You'll Never Walk Alone. We'll come out to You Never Walk Alone," and they came out to You Never Walk Alone. The whole crowd was just like halfway through the gig. We were in the kind of like there's a little VIP bit, and halfway through the gig, I know, check me out one time, and halfway through the gig, Noel Liam goes, "And over there. Lovejoy, Fenners, Soccer AM," like that. Easy, easy. And the whole of the Oasis crowd started chanting easy, easy.
That's
And
mega.
I was like, there was a bit of me which was like, oh no, this is so, like I'm a bit mortified by this. Another bit was like, I'm so proud of what the show's become that everybody knew the catchphrase from it, you know. It was
so
really good, yeah.
That same week, on that was the Wednesday. On the Sunday, I'd been to see Oasis at Clapham Grand, and I was with my mate Jim, who's a really massive Oasis fan, and used to do like a website about them when we were younger. And I'd never met Liam, but I met Noel obviously on the show. But I knew Liam watched the show, and just before he started playing Wonderwall, Liam just pointed me at the crowd, goes, "All right, lad, how are you doing?"
Oh,
Like, up in the
really?
front. And I said to my mate Jim, I went, I think Liam was talking to me then. He's going, "No, he wasn't. Shut up." And all right, but I seen Noel look to see who he was talking at and start laughing, and then he finished, went off, and just before he did, don't look back in anger, Noel was letting the microphone, went, Well. Robbie Knox. I was going to mate Jim.
That's
maybe
amazing.
that's a different Robbie Knox. Maybe that guy's called Robbie Knox as well.
Sorry, so were you in the dressing room with him though before the? Did I mention that?
Oh,
Not-
Did I not mention
there we
that?
go.
No,
An Oasis
proper
off.
fan cells down the
All
front.
right.
Really? Fennis and I were sort of nearly part of the band. 'Cause we were backstage in the dressing room.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Leave off.
Craig W0707 says Italia 90.
Oh, hey.
Gazza's tears.
Roger Miller.
Yeah.
Roger
Hey,
Miller.
We should get stuck into our eyes now, shouldn't we? The winner from last week, who wears the crown, is the professor, Neil. We gave him
Did
his.
he win it? Oh,
Yeah,
was
we
that
gave him-
just like a sympathy though?
I don't know.
Because he's done like one show.
Everyone
and
gets
that.
a
Yeah,
prize.
do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Welcome. Here, I'll wear
Yeah.
that crown for a bit, and I'll see you later.
Did he take the crown home with him?
Yeah, where
I
is
can't
it?
see
I
it.
don't know. I can't see it. He must have done. Oh, Jesus.
Thieving Neil.
Let's start. Well, Helen, you might as well start this week then.
Okay, I'll start. My eye this week is Inkings.
Oh.
Footballers' body inkings.
Tattoos.
All right. Well, tattoos, you say, but for the purposes of the letter I, let's call
Good.
That
Good.
common
Now-
phrase everyone uses.
Good.
Yeah, but they do. I think as well of our sort of age group that we are around the table. If I was to throw out to you, who's the first footballer that you think of when you say footballers' tattoos?
Robbie Savage.
David Beckham.
David Beckham.
Beckham.
Yeah. Right.
Robbie
Did he have like a
He is the-
Ferrari logo or
I thought he had
something?
I thought he had a Nike tick on him. A
Oh,
Nike swoosh.
He was one of the first players that had
Right.
tattoos.
I know he had Armani.
He had
Did he have
Armani. He had Armani logo. I think he had like a Ferrari or Porsche or something
Right,
like that as well.
Yeah, well, Beckham with his Brooklyn tattooed, and then he had his guardian angel a bit further up, and then Victoria's name. But it was the press, wasn't it? Every time he got inked, the press were mad about it. But everybody's got tattoos now. I think Richarlison is the one that makes me laugh the most because he has his own face on his back. Have you seen his massive tattoo on his back? And he's got Neymar is on the right. He's done Brazilian legends, so he's put himself, and he's got Ronaldo on the left. And Daniel Agger is the one. He is now a qualified tattooist.
He was
Is he?
covered in
So-
him, wasn't he? Yeah.
He is now covered head to toe, but the one that we got to see was his whole back is it's a graveyard with a Viking sat in the middle of it with some 3 other big Vikings underneath. Now I did read that Trent Alexander-Arnold has "I'll never walk alone" tattooed on him, but I
Oh.
cannot find a shred of evidence of that. And I think that's wrong anyway, because surely it's "You'll never walk alone" or nothing. Do we think?
He's doing it in first person, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
it's
but
all right
it's
if it
just-
exists. No.
But do you know and I think the reason why I can't find any evidence of that, do you know the Jordan Henderson story?
No.
Which one?
About,
Should be more
okay,
specific.
well,
I do
Well,
know a Jordan
consider-
Henderson.
considering I'm talking about Inkings,
Oh no.
they were both going to get the Champions League trophy done, and they arranged it while they were on their summer break in LA. And Jordan went to pick Trent up, and he said he couldn't get in the car. When he said why, he said, "Well, because I told my brother about it. My brother told my mum about it, and my mum has phoned me up and said you're not allowed."
That's good.
Yeah.
I've got. I did a documentary with David Beckham. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
did a
do.
documentary with David Beckham, and I talked to him about his tattoos. And I said to him, "Is it addictive?" He was. I don't know how many he had on him about them, but about 10 or something. And he said, "Yeah, it's really addictive." And I said, "People get addicted to the pain, don't they?" He goes, "Yeah, I like that pain as well." But I remember Brian Molko, the guy from Placebo, lead singer of Placebo. He always said you've got to be one haircut ahead of your audience. The problem with tattoos is all the players copied David Beckham's tattoos, didn't they? So he got. What would you say he had on his neck? What was that? You said it was?
Brooklyn.
No, that was on his.
He had the
No, he
wings,
had
like
the
the
wings,
angel
yeah.
wings.
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah.
So suddenly
Then he had Romeo and
So suddenly
Cruz,
all the
under that, yeah.
players started getting those. So Beckham basically was creating the trend, and then everybody was copying him, weren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is the problem that I have with tattoos is if you look at a photograph of yourself from 15 years ago, you go, I can't believe I was wearing that. And I can't believe my hair was like that. And the further back you go, the more embarrassing it gets. And I always think if you follow a trend with a tattoo, surely the fact that it's a trend means that at some point it's going to go out of fashion.
That's why
And
I
then
don't think football clubs should be allowed to change their badges. Because, when
a
they
lot of
change...
them are at the moment.
when they change their badge, the poor guys who've got the tattoo with the badge on. I mean, there was the Chelsea badge, do you remember?
Yeah.
The
old
sort
school.
of that-
I've
well, no,
heard
there was
I've
the
heard
70s
it.
one.
70s one I liked.
And then there was the sort of Ken Bates did the lion
Yeah.
one over which looked Millwall to me. And then now we've gone back to a sort of better badge.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's good, Helen. I
That'd
don't
be a
think it's
good
going to
one,
win.
that.
I don't think it's going to win, but it's good.
The longest
okay.
serving badge.
The what?
The longest serving badge. The club that hasn't changed the badge since whenever.
I think they change it because of copyright. I think it goes out of copyright,
Yeah.
so they change it. to get it
Birmingham
back in.
City haven't changed theirs for donkey's years.
Okay.
Good knowledge.
Who are we going to next? Tubes. Let's go to Tubes. Tubes, what's yours?
Right, so I have gone for Ipswich
Okay,
because
good.
Ipswich nickname are the Tractor Boys. It's quite loose this,
See?
but
Oh,
my
man, I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
my favourite ever clip on Soccer AM was Tractor Boy.
Can I just say this is brilliant, but it's got nothing to do with
So
art.
that is really.
No,
Don't
I
say you are.
for
Tenuous
Ipswich.
as it
It's
goes.
thinking outside the box.
Oh,
I
well
think
done,
it's genius to get.
Well, I still think that Tubes was stupid to go with Zola for his G, because when he gets to Z, he's buggered.
Yes, very good point.
No, a Tractor Boy.
Tractor
the,
Boy, yeah.
The,
Go
the
on.
best clip ever on Soccer AM. It's about 16 years ago.
The best ever.
I think it kills me. He did not look happy. Crazy.
What was it?
So basically, it's a guy in the tractor, and he's with his dad, who's also in a tractor ahead.
Filming it on his phone.
He's filming it on his phone, old school phone, and he's basically talking about overtaking his dad in the tractor. And he was like, "Shall I do it? Shall I do it? Shall I do it?"
Going past, have a go kart.
And then he does it. He was like, and he overtakes him. It's on YouTube, still on YouTube. He overtakes him. He's like, he did not look happy.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull my pants down.
Yeah.
It's one of the best clips. So that's what led me into wanting to know what your guys' favourite
Shall I
clip
do
was.
it?
Yeah, shall I do it?
So are we doing not football stuff?
No, like like old school virals.
So number one, Pearl Heenan. Everyone talks
Pearl
about. We
Heenan,
talked about her
Pearl
the other
diving.
day.
Yeah.
Who's pearl diving? So this is for anyone who didn't listen to the podcast a few weeks ago. It's an elderly lady.
Yeah, doing flips.
Who used to be an Olympic diver,
Yeah.
and she's still doing it, but she's not pulling them off. But she is.
Yeah.
It's just funny. The other one I've got two others, but the other one I really loved all the time was Baz, who was danced he had no front teeth, and he danced in his underpants. Do you remember he did the robot in his underpants after a morning out? Do you not remember that? Oh,
don't
I used to
remember
watch that over and over again. Does no one remember that? Helen, do you remember that? No.
No.
No. Do you know what? I went on because we used to load all these videos up on MySpace.
Yeah.
And I went on MySpace. I don't think it exists anymore because I went on there to find it. And does MySpace exist?
I don't know.
No.
I've not been on it loads.
I don't think it does. And the other one that I really liked, and you probably won't remember this one either, is the drunk guy sitting there and they're playing Whatever by Oasis, and the guy on the guitar's playing really well, and then the guy gets the violin out and does that screechy violin. But again, I looked for that and I couldn't find that either. Do you remember that one?
No.
Oh,
No.
Christ.
I'll tell you a clip I like. But
Guys, I'm dying here. Can the funniest man in the world join in and save the podcast?
The one that springs to my mind is the lady in high heels in La Liga.
Falls down.
Falling down the stairs. It was just brilliant.
Yeah, that
She
was.
just lost her footing at
Yeah.
the top and she's like toppling down. And her body's going faster than the legs can
Yeah,
compete
that's
with.
it, yeah.
Which is brilliant. And she was in a mini skirt. And she's wasn't she carrying a clipboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. This
Yeah,
is
that was
brilliant, but
Yeah.
it's crap if you don't know the videos and you're
Yeah.
listening to this. Have you got any?
well, there's the two things I want to mention. One, Joe could probably help me out with the exact wording of it, but Mega Birds Party.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
was-
remember that.
That was the All Sports show, wasn't it? It was some guy, was he a speedway driver or something?
He was
he was
motocross.
motocross, and he was
talking about
talking-
how you need to what you need to do to reach the top.
Yeah, and he was saying how your mates are going to phone you up one day and say, we're going to go to a party, there's going to be loads of birds there, it's going to be mega, and you have to go, no. That was good. And one of my favourite ever clips, though, was a clip that one of only two clips I can remember that we decided against putting out, and that was Pompey Rat. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Joe
God, no.
remembers. It was
Someone killed a
It was
rat.
from a game, and a rat runs on the pitch at Portsmouth. It's a night game, and this rat's running around on the pitch, and
Helen arrived with a hood on.
yeah,
And dispatched
With
them.
a broomstick.
and people are trying to catch the rat, and every time the rat escapes, like they try to throw a coat over it or something, it'll run out, and the whole crowd go way,
Hey!
like that, and it goes round by the side of an advertising board, and some Pompey fan just jumps out and 3 times just kicks this rat to death.
Oh no!
He goes bang, 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 and just gets back in. He knows exactly how many kicks it takes to kill a rat. And there's this dead rat, and then the whole crowd just go.
Why are we laughing at this? This is horrific.
This has been a Socrates and Animal Killing Special.
Such a bad podcast.
This is brilliant.
We can't put this out.
It was an incredible video. We decided against
Wow.
showing it. There was one other video we didn't put out, but
Should we lighten the mood a bit with a bit of stat chat?
light in the mood. It's dying.
I don't think I've ever seen Tubes laugh as much. This is amazing.
God.
Yeah, he laughed just as much when Joe said he went to a funeral.
Neil Duddy says in January 2019, James Milner was sent off when playing for Liverpool against Crystal Palace by his former primary school teacher. His primary school PE teacher, John Moss, who refereed the game. That's the sort of stat I like.
That's not a stat, that's a fact.
What's the difference?
A stat is kind of
Numbery.
like numbery.
Okay, let me give you a stat. This is
Fact
from,
check.
but I liked it.
Okay.
All right, fact chat. Yeah, you're right. Robbie Briggs, you're right, Tube.
Yeah, man.
Robbie Briggs. There hasn't been a single 0-0 draw at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium since it opened.
Really?
Really?
That's a stat.
That's a stat chat. Navdeep Rehill says Manchester United won the FA Cup in 1990 without playing a single game at Old Trafford. That is a stat. That is your stat chat.
I went to
Tubes
watch.
need to lie down.
I went to watch Barcelona once at
Barcelona.
the Nou Camp or Camp Nou as they call it these days. And Messi got food poisoning the night before, and it was their only 0-0 draw they'd had in 8 years.
Really?
And you were there?
And that was there.
That's
What
a
did you
good
call
stat.
it? Camp Nou.
And that's what they say these days, don't they?
Woke nonsense.
Woke
Yeah.
nonsense, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, New
Yeah.
Camp
Yeah, Nou Camp.
and the Bernabeu.
Yeah.
Tim, didn't you used to call it the Campy Nunu?
I don't remember, but I did. If I did, I'll.
Don't you?
No, did I
I'm
call it?
sure you used to call it the Campy
I
Nunu.
don't think so.
Not me. Couldn't be me.
Not me, mate. Robbie.
Yeah.
Intelligent footballers. I like it when they talk about whenever any footballer's got any form of education, they're always really bigging it up, aren't they? So obviously, like
Yeah.
Graham Lassell reading
Yeah.
The Guardian, like
Yes.
Yes.
that was like,
That was
You
enough.
get called
there.
the professor.
yeah, or
Yeah.
brains.
Oh, so
or
you're
something like that.
calling it intelligent as in smart, as in
Yeah.
not in. Okay.
So I've got a selection of footballers who are intelligent.
Pat Nevin.
Clark Carlisle.
Clark Carlisle's on my list. Pat Nevin
Carlisle's.
isn't.
Vincent Company.
Clark Carlisle, 10 A's at GCSE, and he had A levels in maths and politics and a degree in professional sports writing.
Peter Rhodes Brown.
No.
No.
Well, he might be, but I don't know. Shall I do my list or do you want to just shout people?
No, let's just shout footballers at you.
So here's a few for you. Former Liverpool goalkeeper Simon Mignolet has a degree in law and political sciences. Socrates, the footballer, not the philosopher, was nicknamed the Doctor because he had a medicine degree.
That's good. I like
Yeah.
this.
And
Yeah,
he's
I like
written
this.
newspaper columns about politics and economics in his native
Nice.
Brazil.
He,
I like this.
came and played over here, didn't he, for about 5 games for some non-league
he?
side.
Did he?
Yeah, when he was about 50.
Lukaku speaks 8 languages.
Oh, that's good.
He's fluent in 5 of them: English, Spanish, Dutch, French, and Portuguese. Has an understanding of German, Italian, and Swahili.
Strong, this, isn't it? Strong.
When Glenn Johnson was
flip
playing
that
for Liverpool in England, he was also studying for a maths degree at the
Who's
Open
that? I
University.
missed it.
Glenn Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Juan Mata got a degree in sports science whilst playing for Man U. Chiellini's got 2 degrees, a Bachelor in Economics and Commerce from the
Good
University of
research.
Turin,
This good
Yeah.
and a
research.
Master's in Business
Wait.
from there. Go on.
No, you carry on,
thought
Robbie.
you said wait.
You carry on.
2 more for you. Frank Lampard,
Yeah.
you know, has got 12 GCSEs at A or A star and has an IQ that would get him into Mensa, like I am.
Are you in Mensa?
Yep. And former Newcastle, West Ham, Portsmouth goalkeeper Shaka Hislop has a degree in mechanical engineering and once interned at NASA.
Oh,
Wow.
these are
That's
good.
really good. That's really
Thank
good.
you.
Great research.
Thank you.
Viali, was he intelligent?
I don't know how clever every footballer is. I've just
thought he
looked
was
up a few.
heavily educated, wasn't he, Viali?
He was,
I think
yeah, he
so.
came from sort of minor aristocracy, didn't
I
he?
think so, yeah.
Lovely bloke.
Yeah, okay. Helen?
Oh, she's wagging her
She's
finger.
wagging her
Here we
finger.
go.
What
Oh,
on
God,
earth
no.
is that about?
Tubes,
Yeah.
you know you interjected with great research.
Yeah.
So at one point this week, I was thinking, oh, intelligent footballers.
Okay.
That's from one Google search from one article that I also read.
Oh.
Fake
Robbie hasn't
news.
even
Fake news.
Robbie
Helen.
hasn't even mixed up the order that they were
Oh.
in.
So he's just nicked someone else's work.
Read.
Yeah.
Wow.
has-
I think
just-
I think you'll find I've gone in between. Some of those are from there. Some of the other sources have merged information from different ones.
Right.
Robbie, it doesn't.
Maybe the last two.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you think because Helen's judging it, and
Yeah.
she's
Well,
yeah.
I want justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
Guys, I've got a very special phone call now. A
Ooh.
very special legend of the game, no less. When we heard that Harry and Jamie Redknapp had written a book together, we thought, got to get Harry on. So here he is. His book's called Family Obsession. Welcome, Harry.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Yes. What a legend.
Morning.
Good.
Before we get into just talking about everyday life, you've got a book out with Jamie. Tell us, it's called Family
Yeah.
Obsession. What's it about, Harry?
It's just all about football, really. Our obsession with football over the years, and talking about the great players, and the players that I sort of played against, or managed against, and the players that he played with and against. So yeah, we're just generally chatting about the obsession that we always had with football, is when he was a little boy, and from the early age, and how he sort of grew up playing. Going to America, living out there, and sort of going training every day and playing it with Bobby Moore and Jeff Hurst and all them lads. We were all at Seattle together. So Jamie's, his day every day was being hanging around playing out on the pitches on the training ground with everybody. So yeah, he grew up with it really. So that's what it is. It is an obsession. I love the game. I watch every game, and I watched last night Fulham Brentford. Oh my God, what a finish that was!
What
what
a
a
game at the end there. That was absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
So yeah, no, every game I look forward to tonight, Champions League tonight, and some Championship games, and I love just watching football. I nearly went I was actually last night going to go and watch Eastleigh youth team play Torquay at Eastleigh, but I promised I'd go along, but I couldn't make it. I was choked. I'd like to have gone, I saw Torquay play in the last round. They beat Wimborne Town at Wimborne, not far from me, and they had a very good player. I thought he looked good. I was going to go and watch him again last night because they had a kid. I thought she'll be going to certainly a bigger club. No disrespect to Torquay, but he looked. Helen, I won't nick him off. Yeah, that's where I was going last night. I was going to Eastleigh. I don't know the score. FA Youth Cup, Eastleigh Torquay last night.
But listen,
Eastleigh.
we've got Neil Warnock on board at
Oh.
Torquay United now. Yes, so you'll be having
Yes.
some you'd be having some scraps with him to get that player.
Oh, yeah. I tended to miss him most of my career, to be honest. I'm not being, listen, Neil was great, but he did spend most of his time sort of in the Championship in the main, I always seemed to miss him, he was. But I mean, what a fantastic career he had! What a character!
Harry,
No, it's great he's involved at Torquay. I love,
Harry, did you talk about your playing days as well? What were you like as a player?
I probably didn't reach the potential that I should have. As a kid, as a youth player at 15, I played in the FA Youth Cup winning team at 15. I played in the England team that won the Junior Youth World Cup.
Oh,
I played with an incredible team. Obviously, people like Johnny Hollins, Howard Kendall, Johnny Sissons, Don Rogers from Swindon, Dave Sadler, who played in Man United's European Cup winning team. That was it was an incredible. Peter Knowles was an incredible player, as good as anybody in that team, and all them players were incredible players. We had Jimmy Greenoff, all these people. Peter Knowles was the most outstanding young player probably in the country, and overnight he was my roommate. He was a bit of a nutter, to be honest. And overnight he became a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, wow.
And never ever kicked a ball again.
Really?
Unbelievable. He played at Wolves. He was a midfield player. He was tall, elegant. He'd sit on the ball and take Mickey out of people. And he was just so confident and arrogant with his football, but a great lad. And overnight, Peter Knowles quit football to become Jehovah's. I thought, oh, what a load of rubbish. That'll last about 5 days, you know.
Yeah.
And to this day, I bashed into him 2 years ago at an airport, and he's still a Jehovah's Witness. Never, ever went back to football. Incredible. He'd have been only 20 probably at that time. He was the brother of Cyril Knowles, who played at Tottenham for many, many years.
Yeah, no,
Cyril managed Torquay.
He did, I know, yeah.
Cyril was a great lad, and unfortunately got struck by tragedy, didn't he? He lost their little boy in an accident, him and his wife. But Cyril was amazing, yeah. But Peter was... So, yeah, those were the early days. And I played at West Ham with Bobby Moore, Jeff Hurst, Martin Peters. I played in that team for quite a number of years. You know, that they went on to obviously to play in the World Cup winning team.
Yeah. Do you miss managing, Harry?
Yeah, I do. But, you know, the aggravation, the sleepless nights, and the... You know, when the people don't realise the highs are great, the lows are so low. I look back on it, it's quite scary how low I used to get when things were going bad or bad result on a Saturday, you know, pulling yourself. I couldn't pull myself out of it over a weekend. I just want to probably go to bed for 2 days. I just couldn't handle, you know, it really used to knock me for 6. And I think it's because you care so much, you know, if there's nothing you can do, if that's your nature. And I think most, you know, I'm sure an awful lot of managers are the same. When you get beat, you feel responsible for everybody at that football club, that you've let them down, the fans and everybody. So when results ain't going well, it's a difficult time.
But when you're watching sorry, House, when you're watching the football now, can you read the signs in a manager? Like when you do an interview, can you see it and say, his head's going a bit, he's cracking under the...
Yeah, for sure. You can see a change in them. I've seen boys take over and you can see a change when results ain't going well. People go, he ain't the same person as he was last year. Well, last year he was he was winning every week. We all come up when we're winning. Oh, yeah. Well, I have a lot. Yeah, great. It was fantastic. Yeah. When you get beaten, you've got to come on and someone's sticking a microphone in front of you, you know, 10 minutes, 5 minutes after a defeat. It's very, very difficult, isn't it, to put on a brave face? It really is. So, no, I don't miss that side of it, and sleeping. And, you know, I mean, I used to say to my wife, to Sandra, don't make arrangements to go out with anybody on Saturday night, because if we get beat, I just cannot help. I can't be no use to anybody, you know? We'd go out, probably would go out and have a quiet cup of, you know, a bit of pasta or something somewhere and a glass of wine. But sleeping was definitely an impossibility when things are not going well. You don't sleep.
Yeah. We were talking about you last week, Harry, about how every player that we had that came on Soccer AM that played underneath you said that you were the best manager they had. A lot of it was about your man management skills. Everybody said that you made players feel like they were the best player in the world. Sometimes, how difficult was that when they weren't?
Oh, no, you can't keep saying, well played, you're fan. If they're playing rubbish, you have to. I just think, you know, but when people do well, and I think you get more out of people than telling them what a good job they've done, don't you? When you're on the show or whatever, you guys, hey, that was a great show, guys. Fantastic. You know, we all love a pat on the back. And probably the biggest thing to me was I was in America with Bobby Moore, and we were great pals, you know. We were playing at Seattle together. And Bobby said to me, Harry, do you know, we were one night after a game, he said, Ron never said well done to me. All the years I played at West Ham, Ron Greenwood was an incredible football manager, the best coach I've ever come across. He said, but he never ever said well done. He said, maybe he felt I didn't need it. He said, but we all need it. We all love a pat on the back. We all love a well done when you've done a good job. There's nothing like it, you know, whether you're a match player, you know, hey, you were fantastic today. What a performance. Oh, my God. I could have watched you play all day. And we all love it, and as a manager, when you go after into the ballroom, the chairman says, "Hey, Harry, what a great performance. Your team was fantastic today." We all love it. It makes you feel 10 foot tall, doesn't it? And I think that you get more out of, and I think it's important when people do well, tell them, "Hey, you were brilliant.
Yeah,
I loved
definitely.
it. You were great."
Yeah.
We all love that.
Yeah.
Harry, Thomas Tuchel, the New England manager. What did you make of that appointment?
Well, I mean, I did say I'd like to see an English manager, but who? That is the problem. So Eddie was obviously not up. Eddie would have been the favourite for me, Eddie Howe. He didn't seem like Eddie was, he's okay at Newcastle at the moment. So he didn't, I don't think he even got an interview, Eddie, which was quite strange, but, or they didn't even contact him. But if you're going to go foreign, Tuchel, I like him. He looks a great character, personality, good, good manager, been there, done it all. So let's hope he can do the job for us, But
Harry,
it's sad. Sorry.
How close were you to becoming England manager? As fans, I think we all wanted to see you be the England manager. There was a
Most
stage.
of the players did as well.
Yeah, the players did. There was a stage where we all thought you'd got the job. How close was it?
Yeah. Well, I never actually got an interview or anything. They didn't interview, but I was sort of getting messages from. I was at Tottenham at the time, and I was getting messages from people saying, "Oh, you've got the job." People. One or two people, League Manager Association, FA, but that's at me. Oh, you've got the job for sure, So I was very, very shocked, to be honest. I was driving my car when it came on that Roy Hodgson. Good luck to Roy. Roy's a great guy. That Roy had got the job. I was surprised. It did seem like I think I was 10-1 on with the bookies or something ridiculous, So it did look like I would get it, but it didn't happen. But it would have been nice to have had a go for sure. But I certainly, never ever got to talk to anybody or discuss it. I think even Roy, though, at the time, someone did say to me that Roy wouldn't go for an interview because he felt that I was sort of pretty much nailed on anyway. But they never interviewed anybody. I think they just obviously made up their mind that Roy was the answer for them, and that was good luck to him. Great job for him.
But everyone knows we don't win unless we have West Ham in the England setup.
That's right.
We win the World Cup. Listen, Harry, thank you so much for joining us today. Your book is called A Family
It's
Obsession.
lovely to see you guys. Lovely to see some old friends like you. I haven't seen a lot of you for so long. It's lovely talking to you and seeing you.
I'm surprised you're not reading a Racing Post.
Helen, find out how talk he got on last night in the FA Youth Cup.
Oh, in the FA Youth Cup.
Very, very, very good left winger. I don't know the kid's name, but I looked at it, I thought, my God, this kid can play. And I was interested to go and watch him again. But I don't know. I didn't pick his name up. But I'm going to phone a contact of mine at Eastleigh and find out the result.
Cheers, Harry. Thanks so much for joining. Say hello to
Thank
Jamie.
you,
All
Harry.
right, you guys.
Cheers,
God
Harry.
bless.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great
Bye.
day.
See ya.
Bye.
Cheers, mate. Harry's a total legend. Joe, we've only got mine and your eyes left, or yours and
Well,
are you
Harry's quite appropriate, really, because
Okay.
my eye this week is for interviews.
I love it.
Now, I don't really.
Oh,
I hate it.
I reckon.
I love the interview.
No, 95% of interviews, you can kind of take them or leave them, really. They just trot out the same old rubbish. Difficult place to come. It's not about me, it's about the lads, and we'll take that away
Are you
and we'll
talking
move
about
on.
managers or players?
Just player, manager and player interviews.
That's why, though, Joe, sorry to interrupt you so early, but that's why when there's a good one, like a Gordon Strachan.
Shut up.
Oh.
I'm getting to it, aren't I? And this is
All
what I
right.
mean. But every now and again, you'll get a nice little gem,
Sorry,
won't you?
Joe.
A
Yes.
ruby in the dust.
Yes, you will.
Where you'll get a lovely one.
Yeah.
Where you're like Ian Holloway.
Oh, yes.
Talking about getting a result, comparing it to pulling in a nightclub, or Gordon Strachan
Yeah.
talking about his yogurt
Yogurt, yes.
with its sell-by date
Love
in the
it.
fridge. I can't remember what the context of that was, but he went on for ages about
Yeah.
his yogurt
Yeah,
and its
going off,
expiry
yeah.
going off.
I've
Yeah.
got to worry about a yogurt in my fridge which is going off. That's what he was sort of
Yeah, you've
implying,
got
yeah.
Harry, obviously.
Almost,
Harry
yeah.
getting the ball in the back of the noggin
Yes.
on the training ground.
No-
Or when
No
Rob
wonder he's
Palmer.
reserved.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
or when Rob Palmer said you're a bit of a wheeler dealer, and he just stopped it right there, didn't he, and stormed off.
But you had Bobby Robson, and he said, "You're trying to get me to to say things about my team and they're not playing very well, aren't you? That's what you're trying to do. I won't do it, and then went on to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
Kevin
classic from
Keegan
years
going
ago.
mad.
Kevin,
Yeah.
well, that was the
Yeah.
kind of the one that started it when they won it
Yeah.
at Leeds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Newcastle
I'd
beat
love it.
Leeds, and his head went big time. live
Going
on
back,
telly.
going back to
Fluffy.
Harry. Do you remember when David Bentley poured all that water on his head? How
Yeah.
fuming he looked.
during an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolute rage boat.
But there you go. So,
Yeah.
so like 99%, that's gone up. It was 95% a minute ago.
Yeah.
Of interviews are just they just trot out the same old rubbish, don't they? But every now and again, you'll get someone who's in a bad mood.
I like
or something
Ange's
happens.
every time. Spurs
Benitez.
manager. Ange's are great, aren't they? Because he won't take any crap. And
Yeah.
he'll go, "Is there a question?" I love him.
I
yeah.
really like Big
What
Ange.
was the line that Rafa Benitez kept saying to everything? The answer he just kept saying.
Oh
the same
yes,
thing
that's
over
right.
and over
I
again.
can't remember. Yeah, I do remember it.
And
yeah.
yeah.
Or Charlie Austin, his rant that went into Park Life.
Yeah.
Oh
they
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was just brilliant,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. His head just went in it
Yeah.
and it just unravelled.
What about
Great.
Scott Parker when they turned it into the streets?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good. This is good, Joe.
I do. That is
Really good, Joe.
Yeah, I do love.
Thanks.
Really good.
I do love a bit of post-match interview. Pre-match are a bit boring, aren't they? It's the post-match which.
Yeah, pre-match, you just
pretty
get...
much. It's just
yeah.
like big game today, isn't it? Yeah, we've got to win. Yeah.
There's nothing you
Right,
can
thanks,
say
see you
in a
later.
pre-match interview.
No.
Right, we've still got on the show What's Wrong with Football, and I think we got a few bits of woke nonsense which people have sent in. But before that, it's my I now, and
Oh,
mine
here we
is.
go.
Yeah. Is this going to be your first victory?
Can you support me, guys?
Oh,
Come on,
no.
I haven't won yet.
No, we're
Well,
rivals in this.
well,
Mine-
behind
we
you.
believe in you.
Mine
Yeah.
is international caps because I wanted to first of all discuss when we were a kid growing up. The ultimate in football was to get an international cup, wasn't it? If you were, if you had a young Joe Worsley or Joel Worsley, and you said to him, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" You'd say, "I want a cap at England." You wouldn't.
No,
think,
it's I want to be the funniest man in the world.
Yeah.
but you wouldn't think about the amount of money you're earning, would you? You would just think, "I want an England cap." But that's been surpassed, hasn't it, by big contracts? People would rather the big contract than the cap, don't you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
these days?
Or they would say, I want to win the FA Cup. That's completely...
Yes.
Yeah,
now
no,
it's
no,
the
no.
Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought I would do a little thing on international caps to talk about it a bit. Jeff Hurst has, as we all know, only got 49 caps, so he didn't quite make the 50 caps. But internationals years ago, there wasn't as many, so it was harder for them to get a cap. Shilton has the most, as we know, with 125 caps. The goal-scoring record for England is Harry Kane, as we know, with 68 goals from 101 matches. Highest, this is boring, this bit, because it's going to get exciting in a minute. England's highest, I'm doing like Joe's thing about all the interviews are crap, and then it gets lively. It's about to get lively. England's highest scorer in the World Cup final matches is, of course, Gary Lineker, yes, with 10 goals. And the highest in the European Championships are shared with Alan Shearer and Harry Kane, as you know, with 7 goals. And it got me thinking that wouldn't it be a good idea to play the world's best England international quiz, more or less?
Oh.
What I've done here
He's
is
got a
I've
cap.
got
He's brought a cap.
I've bought a cap in. I've bought a golf cap. It's a Titleist golf cap. And I've got every single person who has... Oh, sorry, I've got the top 50 record cap holders of all time. So Shilton's number one. That.
Put a bit of production into
He
it.
really wants the crown.
What
for
I'm
it,
going to
doesn't he?
do is I'm going to
Wow.
go round the room, starting to my left
not
with
bad,
tubes,
this.
and I'm going. All you have to do is say whether it's more or less, because this is the world's best England international quiz, more or less. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Did you cut those with scissors or with a guillotine?
Scissors.
Oh,
They're
that must
straight,
have taken
aren't they?
ages.
They're
It's very
straight, aren't
straight.
they?
Yeah, really
Yeah.
good job.
Who has a guillotine?
School teachers.
Oh my goodness.
Helen probably for chickens.
Tubes. So Tubes, I'm starting with Bobby Moore, who got his first cap against Peru, his last cap against Italy. His first cap was on the 20th of May, 1962. He has 108 caps, so that's your starter.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to pick randomly out.
Oh, right. Is
a
it like play
player.
your cards right?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's
right.
not. It's
Play your caps right.
No, it's
Play
the
your caps
world's
right.
best England international quiz, more or less. I'm going John Stones. Is that higher or lower?
So it is play your cards right.
Play your cards
Play your
right.
caps
Lower.
right.
it's not. It's
It would
it's
be
the
better if
world's
you'd
best
called it
England.
play your caps right.
No, it's the world's best England international
Lower.
quiz.
John
Lower.
Stones, lower.
Lower. It is lower. Lower. John Stones has 83 caps. You're still in. Helen, this could go on
This
all
is
day.
going to be this going to take
All right.
a while. This.
You've gone too high with your benchmark, 108, because
I
loads.
did. I picked it. I'm picking it
Random.
randomly.
Picked random.
Why don't you
Helen,
understand
you've
the
got
game?
your John Stones, and I'm gonna
Right.
I'm gonna give you
How many did he have? 81.
83, and I'm
83.
giving you Harry Maguire. Is that more or less?
That is more.
No, it's not you.
In
It's
81.
mine, though.
Oh,
It's Helen.
I thought I was. Oh,
No, you go.
Oh.
We keep going round, so you get knocked out. God, this is not that complicated. Helen, we got
No.
it. It's a quick
Oh,
game. It's a
that
quick
would be
game.
Oh, all right, lower.
Lower is correct. You're still in. Right, we've got to speed.
How
this
many
up.
was it?
How many's Harry
Oh,
Maguire?
That's 64, and then
Oh,
Joe,
that's a tricky
I've,
number.
I've picked out Alan Ball.
Alan Ball?
Alan Ball, yeah, remember him at the World Cup?
64?
Yeah,
Higher.
higher. You're still in the game. Oh no.
How many has he got?
72. And we're going to go on to Martin Peters. Is that higher or lower, Martin Peters?
Lower.
Lower. You're still in the game.
Oh,
Martin
no.
Peters is 67.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tight.
Raheem Sterling, 67 now. Raheem Sterling, is that higher or lower?
lower.
It's high. You're out.
Yo.
Raheem Sterling's 82 caps. On to Helen.
I don't know
On
why
to
I'm writing this
Helen.
down. Yeah.
And
yeah.
Gary Neville.
Oh, more.
More. Only 3 more, though. 85. So Gary Neville got
Yeah.
85 caps.
Okay.
Joe, I'm moving you on to James Milner. Higher or lower?
Oh, God. 85.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Oh, it's a quick game, Joe.
Lower.
You're out. Oh, no, you're in. You're in.
yeah.
61. 61. Sorry. 61. Got to speed this up. Frank Lampard.
Higher.
Higher. So Frank's got 106. Helen, we're on to you. Sol Campbell.
Oh, lower.
Lower. 73. I'm going to run out of people if I'm not careful.
Yeah.
Is this everyone who's ever played for England?
73. We're going to
Feels like it.
Kenny Sampson.
73.
Just say anything.
God.
Just say anything.
Higher.
Higher, correct.
How many?
Kenny Sampson, 86.
What an awesome podcast. People sitting at home
David
going,
Seaman. David Seaman.
More. Higher.
Less, you're out.
Yeah.
Thank God. for that.
Been trying to get out for 3 rounds.
Do you want to call it a tie or do you want to keep going?
No.
All right, Billy Wright.
What number are we on?
It's not you, it's Helen, and it's David Seaman, 75.
How many?
Billy Wright. Seaman.
Billy Wright's got more.
more.
Billy
yeah.
Wright's got a lot more.
105. Oh my God, that's going to be too easy, isn't it? We're going from Billy Wright to Michael Owen. Higher or lower, Joe?
Lower.
Lower, 89. Oh dear. This is going on. This is going on. Alan Shearer.
Oh, more.
Less.
Yeah. What an amazing game.
So Alan Shearer had 63 caps, and just to prove you're the winner, Joe, Harry Kane.
63.
No, 63 is Alan Shearer. Harry Kane.
Higher.
Higher, yeah, 101. Joe is
Well
the
done,
official
Joel.
champion.
Well done,
That is
mate.
the end
Thanks,
of the
Alan.
world's best England international quiz, more or less. Did we all enjoy that?
Yeah, it went on a bit.
That's only
Yeah.
that's only because you're so good.
Helen could have done with winning that
What?
for your benefit.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with football, Helen?
Oh, yeah. Blake Newton says set piece coaches, but there's no other information. He's just throwing that into the mixer, I guess, for us to discuss. I don't think I really have an opinion on set piece coaches.
No, I like them.
because
They're good. I like it when they do something
yeah.
unusual. Yeah,
I think it's a really, actually a really good idea.
yeah. So
set
do I.
piece coaches.
So,
Really
yeah.
exciting when you get something happen.
Yeah.
That someone just runs off at a funny
Yeah.
angle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
they've
like
done it on the training
Yeah.
ground.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But annoying when they waste
So-
it.
Yeah.
It's
Is
nothing.
it not woke nonsense?
Yes,
No,
I think
I
it
don't
could also.
think
I
so,
think.
no.
I think if there was one of those Venn diagrams, it would hit both. Yeah, in the middle, it'd be yeah.
The ones that involve someone lying on the ground is woke nonsense.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, like the Beatles.
What's
Yeah.
the draft? The draft excluder.
Yeah, woke
The
nonsense.
draft excluder. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Sunil says players no longer running out of the tunnel to a big roar. They kind of walk out, amble out, just to loud pre-match music.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree with that.
yeah.
When you see them come out, they run, and we said it the other week. And they do their pretend header. They put their knees up to their chest a few times. We missed all that.
In the jackets.
Yeah. Do you know what? We're running out of time, so it's just a very quick before whilst Helen's making her mind up who won. Just a couple of wokes for you. Henry Williams says team sheets being released 75 minutes ahead of kickoff instead of 1 hour. Woke
Woke.
nonsense.
That is woke nonsense.
I agree.
Jake Clarkson says the ball boys and girls at Bradford City wearing bibs that say ball retrieval crew.
That is woke nonsense.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant.
Top level
That
woke
is
nonsense.
true.
Yeah.
If that is true, that is absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant. And Red Trev says Tim having multiple suggestions for the letter G. Absolute woke
Yeah.
nonsense.
Oh,
I have to
yeah.
put my hand up. Yeah, this week I've done the quiz, so I think I might have won it. Helen, who won this week?
Well, I'm just thinking. Obviously, Tubes didn't win
Why not?
because
Yeah.
he
Why not?
just
Because yeah.
well, from linking Ipswich to their nickname to
Yeah.
then just talking about a clip on Soccer AM. No, Robbie just cut and pasted something off the internet. So do you know what? I think I'm going to give it to Joe this week for his interviews.
Yeah.
You knows it, bra.
Oh, that's the end of this week's show.
Yeah.
By the way, can I just stop everybody? We have a special on Friday.
Ooh.
Includes a very special guest. It includes Rod Stewart. Sir Rod Stewart. You have to tune into that. He is going to be on our show on Friday,
Serious?
as well as the questions and quiz. Tune in Friday, please. We will see you all on Friday. Make sure you're there. Bye.
Bye.
Rod Stewart.
I was only joking, my dear.